you mentioned it like really, really briefly, but you said in the past it used to be like 20 products and now it's six, like, well, 20 steps and now it's six steps. That
Mm-hmm.
is that is a lot. I didn't know that at all. So, hi everyone. Today I have with me Juho Lee. I met Juho at the University of Michigan. He's an MBA student here, and we were talking a day and learning about each other's background. And I learned that he came from the Korean beauty industry, or I guess it would just be the beauty industry in Korea where he's from. But we know that Korean beauty has taken over the industry in some way. And so I wanted to have him to maybe help us understand it a bit more, learn more about it, why it has taken over mainstream beauty, and then learn a little bit more about him. So, Juho, before we start, could you introduce yourself a little bit for our listeners?
Yep. Okay. Hello, Samantha, and thank you for the warm welcome to your podcast. I'm thrilled to be here today to share my insights and experiences in the dynamic world of the Korean beauty industry. So, as you say, my name is Juho Lee, and came from Seoul, South Korea. My professional journey has led to work as a brand manager at LG Household Healthcare, which is the Korea's premier personal care company. But interestingly, not many are aware that LG Group, known primarily for electronics, also has a significant presence in the personal care industry. Yeah. So reflecting on my career path, it takes me back to my college days. So initially, I was drawn to the fashion industry, prompting me to major in apparel and textile merchandising during my university years. However, my aspirations evolved notably following my mandatory military service, which is a common experience for men in Korea. During this period, I developed an interest in grooming and self-care, exploring like various luxury cosmetic brands such as SK2, Lamel, and Estee Lauder. So
Yeah.
this newfound passion led me to an internship at Estee Lauder, sort of its post-service, which was an incredibly enjoyable and enriching experience. Eventually, this path steered me towards my career at LG House and Healthcare.
That is so interesting. That you found or got interested in like in beauty and grooming and stuff in the military, because
Yeah.
for most people in the world, military goes with being like rugged, and dirty and down in the weeds. But I thought that was like so interesting to hear that the military is what led you to
Mhm.
this aspect of your life.
Yeah.
So that is very cool. Um
Mhm.
so once you actually got into this space, you said like you interned at Estee Lauder and stuff. How how did you find that the beauty industry was in Asia? I guess you are from Asia. Now you are living in the US. But I imagine that you would have had information about how the beauty industry is doing globally. So what I guess is so special about the Asian beauty industry?
So actually, during my military service, the Korean militaries, we have tons of we have during our free time. Actually, there is nothing to do. Just some
Uh,
people play soccer, or just some people just watch like a K-pop concert or something like that.
yeah.
And mostly during our free time, we became obsessed with our skin because upon completing our service, we want to have a better looking. We want to have a better figure.
Yeah.
So yeah, so most of the guys just the they start to read the magazines, and then they start to learn about the beauty grooming tips or something like that. So we share our information with other colleagues and company. That is how I learned the grooming tips.
Mhm.
And then at the time, it was like 15 years ago. So at the time, Korean industry started from the like a very value focused brand, which was like $5 for the cream, or $7, just $7 for the ampoule. So actually, it was very accessible to most of the consumers in Korea. So the market was divided to a little bit extreme, like very luxury brands such as Estee Lauder or like Lamel, or like a little bit affordable Korean brands. So and then nowadays as the Korean beauty industry developed, so there is like a middle class brands as well, like we call a premium brand. Yeah,
Okay. And yeah, and so you were saying that LG is the company like LG that the Western world knows them for refrigerators
yeah,
and AC units and stuff, but they
yeah,
also have a beauty vertical within the
yeah,
company.
yeah.
Um, is that very common in Korea that companies have like such a very broad reach?
No, actually, it's not. So LG
Okay.
is the one of the Korea, the one of the largest Korean conglomerates.
Yeah.
And actually, like 70 years ago, we had the LG Chemical, which is focusing on like chemical ingredient.
Mm.
After researching on this ingredient, they start to research on the cosmetics as well. So, I think my company developed the first toothpaste in Korea at the time. Yeah.
Oh,
So it started from toothpaste and then soaps, the body soaps, and then they expand their business into like cosmetics and shampoo and body cleanser.
oh
Yeah.
wow, that's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's really interesting. All right. So let's get into talking about exactly, when we say Korean beauty or Korean
Mm-hmm.
beauty industry or Korean beauty products, like what are we really talking about? From my experience, I've seen on social media things like all these like sunblock is a big thing. Korean sunblock
Mm-hmm.
I heard is
Mm-hmm.
one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Um there is also, like I see people putting on this thing, they call it glass skin.
Mm-hmm.
It's, it just makes you look really shiny but also very clean.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say are some of the like main or the core things that explain or demonstrate what Korean beauty is about?
So Korean beauty products are very popular among global consumers because of the affordable and but very
Mm,
effective feature of the product. So I think this is the life our Korean consumers skin first philosophy. So actually, I saw my mother was very obsessed with her skin as well, like when I was very young.
yeah.
So actually, Korean moms don't wear a lot of heavy makeup, but I was surprised to see that in Western culture, uh, it seems a little bit they try to wear a little bit heavy makeup,
Mhm.
but in Korea we try to look very natural.
Mm.
Even though they are wearing the makeup, they pretend to not to wear it.
Yeah.
So it is our goal in Korea. So this is the one of the crucial philosophies among Korean consumers. And furthermore, Korean consumers are very concerned about the sunlight.
Mm.
So I think that the most top selling product categories are sunscreen, even in Korea and even in worldwide. So sunscreen is very crucial to Korean consumers, and some people wear the sunscreen twice, and even to the neck as well, yeah, to
Mm.
prevent. And then in the summer, every Korean moms will bring the umbrella to to block the sunlight. But
Yeah.
when I came to the US, I was surprised because many of them love to get sunlight and then they get tanned. It is kind of shocking to see in Korea because everyone wants to escape from the sunlight,
Yeah.
but here they are enjoying it. But I one of my classmates, I think he didn't wear sunscreen during the very strongest sunlight day, and
Yeah.
then he was completely burned on his face. I was so surprised to see that. Yeah.
Yeah. That is
Yeah.
that's so funny. But yes, I know I go to school also in like my home business school
Hmm.
with a lot of Asian students, and I think maybe that's something that's like come from the very Asian culture in terms of wanting to protect your skin as much as
Yeah.
possible. All right. So then if you could tell us, every skincare routine. So if we think about how we would take care of our skin, which is the whole point of the Korean beauty products, every skincare usually comes with some sort of a routine.
Hmm.
When I was growing up, it was cleanse, tone, moisturize, right?
Hmm.
Is that the same thing when it comes to the Korean beauty products, or is it
Hmm.
like you just pick and choose what you need?
So the once famous new like 20-step Korean skincare routine has evolved thanks to multi-use products that simplify that process. I learned that on average, Korean women now incorporate about 6 skincare products daily. So
Okay.
I can introduce some typical routine.
Yeah.
So they start with the cleansing. The post cleansing, we immediately use a facial mist or toner. It's crucial to hydrate the skin right after cleansing to prevent drying, because after cleansing your skin, every second you will dry up the moisture in your skin. So we call 3 seconds. Within 3 seconds, we need to put toner or like yeah facial mist.
Yeah.
And then for the second step, with the ampoules, based on specific skin needs, an ampoule is applied. For acne or salicylic acid, ampoule is ideal, while a soothing ampoule works for irritated skin. Or like if my skin appears dull, I opt for a vitamin C serum, particularly in the evening. And then this is very crucial thing as well, the eye care. To combat wrinkles, an eye cream or balm is applied, focusing on the underlie area or
Yeah.
neck as well, and
Yeah.
smile lines. Yeah,
Yeah.
these are the very crucial areas to prevent wrinkles. After that, we use a moisturizing cream to reinforce the skin barrier. Actually, so after the previous steps, it is very crucial to create the skin barrier to protect to dry up this kind of very valuable nutrition.
Mm.
After that, finally the most importantly, the sunscreen is applied not just once but twice and extended to the neck area too.
So you put the sunscreen on after everything else?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Oh, I always thought
Yeah.
you had to put it on first. Like,
Really? Oh.
yeah, like usually that's what I do. Like, because I
Oh,
never,
really? You do? Mm-hmm.
yeah. So I personally, I try to use more sunscreen now. Right, growing up,
Mm-hmm.
never used it. But I
Mm-hmm.
try to do it now. And I was also told that you had to put it on first. So because of that, I would be like, all right, well, how could I put on? No, you know what it is? It has to go on before makeup, maybe
Oh yeah, before makeup. Yeah.
before makeup. You see,
Yeah.
I don't use a lot of like products on my face.
A skincare product, you
So
mean?
yeah, skincare products. So after I wash my face, I would cleanse it. I would maybe tone it with like witch hazel. Um and then I would put the sunscreen on. But what I try to do is get a moisturizer sunscreen combo because
Mhm.
I always feel like if I do two of them, then I look like white because it
Mhm.
gets like, you
The
know,
white space. Yeah, white
yeah,
space. Yeah.
yeah. So clearly I am not an expert in this. So maybe I'm
Hmm.
not doing it right or you're not using the right combination of stuff. So that is
Hmm.
very interesting. I did not I didn't know that you put it on after everything. I thought
Yeah. Yeah.
somewhere before a moisturizer. Okay, all right.
Mhm.
That was good to know. There was a word that you used. I think it was the second step. You call it an ample,
Yeah. Ample. Yeah.
like AMPLE.
Ampoule.
Um,
Ample.
I,
We call it a serum as well.
okay,
Serum or ample. Yep.
okay, because I was like, I've never heard that word before.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah,
Serum or ample. Yeah. So
serum. Okay,
serum. So in Korea. it is called serum is more about like a little bit lightweight uh,
Something.
ampoule, and then
Yeah.
ampoule is a little bit more like how can I say moisture hydrating formula. I can
Yeah.
say yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That is good to know. Well, you see, we all learned something new today. I
Hmm.
will look
Hmm.
that up and see if that is like if that is a word that we use a lot in the West or not.
Hmm.
But that's cool. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome.
You mentioned it like really, really briefly, but you said in the past it used to be like 20 products and now it's six, like well, 20 steps and now it's six steps. That
Hmm.
is that is a lot. That
I
is
think
really
I
crazy.
think I didn't say it was me, but
Yeah,
there
yeah.
was
People,
some
yeah.
consumers did that. Yeah,
Yeah,
but I think it was the like an extreme case to
yeah.
promote like Korean skincare routine to foreigners, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is yeah,
Hmm.
that's so funny. Okay, so then
Yeah.
if someone is new to the industry, right? Maybe they have been using regular, L'Oreal or
Mm.
Neutrogena and stuff and they say, I want to try out this Korean beauty trend thing.
Mm.
How do they start?
So first of all, I highly recommend starting with Korean sunscreen.
Okay.
So in Korea, we focus not just on SPF protection, but also on the formulation's ability to avoid leaving a white cast and the quality of the ingredients used. So actually, sunscreens are generally categorized into two types, chemical and mineral. So while chemical sunscreens may cause like irritation for some skin types, Korean consumers often prefer mineral sunblocks.
Mm-hmm.
So historically, mineral sunblocks were known for leaving a white cast and having a greasy texture,
Mm-hmm.
but advancements in skincare technology have significantly improved their formulation, eliminating these issues. So I highly recommend starting with this.
Sounds good. And would I how do I know the right products to choose, right? These may be brands that I had not learned about before, had not heard about. What would I where would I want to start? Like how do I know what the best brands are or the safest brands or something?
Hmm. So and nowadays I know that the the beauty of Joseon, the sunscreen, is quite very popular in on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
and that the so I recommend this product as well. And then so in Korea we have a Korean version of the Sephora, which is called Olive Young.
Okay.
So yeah, at this drugstore, there is a high top selling sunscreen. It is called Round Lab sunscreen. I highly recommend this as well.
Okay.
So I think you can with these brands. I think the consumers will love it. The texture and then the effectiveness. Yeah.
All right. So I will what I will do is I will try and link to those products as well because I know that I, would not remember it
Yeah. Yeah.
to find
It,
it.
actually, you
So,
can easily purchase them on Amazon as well. Yeah.
okay. All right.
Mhm.
So cool. We'll organize and put some
Yep.
links in there. All right. So
Yep.
we start with the sunblock first and
Mhm.
then you would just use that with the regular products that you use already.
Yep.
Okay. And then, eventually then how would I progress? Like after I get comfortable using the sunblock, I want to
Mhm.
continue. Like what where do I go to next? Do I try to do the six-step routine?
Mhm.
Or do I just work with like a cleanser toner? Like what would you recommend if
Mm.
someone had to build a routine for themselves?
So outside of your original skincare routines, recommend using like the additional products such as the mask pack or like charcoal pack or something like that. So because it is easier to embrace Korean products into your skincare routine, and you can experiment with like different ingredients such
Mm-hmm.
as vitamin C or such as Korean herb infused mask pack. And after experimenting these new ingredients with your skin, you can embrace another product category such as serum or cream with this specific ingredient. You
Hmm.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
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 Mm.
Okay. Thank you. Um, and so while you were talking about incorporating different ingredients and stuff, one of the things that I remembered from when we were talking before is we talked about, the diverse skin, right?
Mm.
A lot of the beauty industry in the West has been marketed towards your skin type. So
Mm.
I will get something marketed to me for maybe acne,
Mm-hmm.
or something marketed to me based on my age. But in addition to that, there are products that are marketed to people with melanated skin so that
Mm-hmm.
it helps with maybe darker spots, or um there is this thing called, I think it's melasma, it's called, like where you start to get like some discoloration in the skin, but a lot of it has to do with the melanin in your skin. um as far as I understand, Korea is pretty like ethnically um homogenous, we say, or like most people in Korea are Korean people.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you think someone who has a different ethnic background might be able to use the Korean products? Like, do you think it is still something that we could use comfortably without worrying about how it will affect our skin?
Yeah, it's a good question. So actually, I would like to debunk that myth that
Okay.
Korean skincare works for only for Asian skin. So actually, many Koreans in real life deal with the exact same issues non-Koreans deal with, like acne, oiliness, and dryness, and as you say, the darker spot as well, or
Mhm.
discoloration. So Korean skincare works for everyone, not because it's specifically meant for Korean or Asian skin, but because it is for skin in general, which we all have. So I think so. People with the discoloration or darker spot, they can
Mhm.
use the Korean skincare cosmetics as well.
All right. Thank you. Okay, so how do you think then that the industry has kind of taken over mainstream? Like, it went from me not hearing or not knowing anything about, like, I never sat around thinking about Korean beauty products because I guess I was not living in that side of the world, so it just
Hmm.
wasn't a thing. But all of a sudden, I would say, like, maybe in the last few years, it has like completely taken over social media
Hmm.
in terms of the promotion of the products and stuff. So was that a conscious effort by the Korean beauty industry to promote the products? Was it a happy coincidence? Did it have to do with K-pop, or what? Like, like, what really did that, if you know?
I think, as you said, I think both of these factors impact the growth of the Korean beauty industry. So the fundamentally the global appeal of a Korean product is not only due to their effectiveness, but also their affordability. And the rapid growth of the Korean beauty industry can be attributed to three main factors, I can say. Like first, cultural influence. It is the biggest thing. The worldwide, yeah, like a popularity of K-pop groups like Blackpink and K-dramas such as K-movies such as Squid Game has been amplified by social media platforms like YouTube, TikTok, and Netflix. This global exposure has transcended beyond Asia, making Korean culture a worldwide phenomenon.
Mm,
And then the educated Korean consumers are remarkably well informed about skincare routines and ingredients. For example, they are aware that silicone oil, like dimeticone, while providing a smooth texture, can but clog the pores. This level of engagement pushes manufacturers to develop less irritating products and focus on natural ingredients. So Korean consumers typically seek products with clinically proven result, which is a stark contrast to the brief production descriptions often
mm,
found on US e-commerce platforms.
mhm,
Thirdly, technological advancement. So Korean manufacturers are at the forefront of the technological innovation and are trusted by numerous global brands, including like Yves Saint Laurent or L'Oreal, to produce their products. This competitive environment has elevated the standards of Korean beauty products, solidifying their reputation in the global market. Those are the three factors to impact the Korean beauty industry growth, I can say.
Okay, thank you. That makes sense then. That make a lot of sense. Now, as you were talking about that, you talked about how the industry is competitive, right? So, what does that then translate into for the workers? Like, what is it like working in the Korean beauty industry? Is like what are some of the good things, maybe the not so great parts of it?
Mhm. So actually, the I can say the like a CPG, the Korean beauty industry, I think I can say the one of the fastest changing industry,
Mm-hmm.
because Korean consumers want to have another product launched very fast. So as a brand manager, we need to adapt to this pace.
Mm-hmm.
So we we quickly introduce new ingredients, and we need to introduce new like makeup trend or something like that. So actually, because of this kind of the fast changing trend, so actually it is kind of a little bit harsh for the brand managers.
Yeah.
So but at the same time, it is very fun to work in the fastest growing industry. We can learn about the trends as a pioneer at the forefront of these new changing trends.
And are they all manufactured in Korea, or
Yeah,
are they out? Okay, so everything is
y-
manufactured in Korea.
yeah, most of them. Yeah, I think 90%,
Okay,
over 90%. I think they are produced in Korea. Yeah.
okay. So, Juho, thanks. All of that information was like super helpful, and we talked about how fast the Korean beauty industry like rotates and stuff. So, what would you say are some of the like driving principles or the driving philosophies that these brands hold on to in terms of constantly producing something that they think their consumers will want to have?
So looking ahead, I anticipate the Korean beauty industry will continue to expand globally, researching and catering to a more diverse range of consumers across ethnicities and genders and nationalities. While Korean makeup has predominantly stayed in within Asian markets,
Mm-hmm.
embracing a broader audience is a key to evolving into a truly global brand. Actually, even though Korean makeup products such as foundation, uh, the even though the products are so great, but they have a very limited the numbers of the shade.
Mm-hmm.
So I think if we can embrace more diverse color skin, I
Mm-hmm.
think it can be a very crucial growing factor.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I would imagine that you would base your makeup lines based on the people in your country, right? And if they
Yeah.
aren't as vast or as broad in terms of melanin
Mm.
levels, so yeah, that would be something to see for sure. To see
Mhm.
um how Korea goes about like expanding into that space. Um, what about any other cool, innovative things that might be coming? Do you have any inside knowledge on anything that we should be on the lookout for besides maybe the move to push makeup a bit more?
I can say the more because nowadays consumers are busy with their career and their work and their life. So I think the biggest trend will be the multi-use product, because most of the nowadays many Korean beauty companies are trying to launch the multi-use product, such as toner and serum infused mist. So consumers don't don't need to buy two products separately, but they can use just this one mist.
Mhm.
So this kind of innovation will drive the Korean beauty industry, I think. So, and for example, there is like a cream, the double layered cream. The one part is a cream, the just regular cream, and then the other part will be like the serum or ampoule.
Mhm.
So consumers they can apply two double layered formulation just to their skin. So it is very convenient. So
Yeah.
I think this is the one of the crucial trends right now.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good. Well, we're gonna get to talk a little bit more about you now. Seeing as you were a brand manager and you discovered, your skincare routine a few years ago,
Mhm.
or a good few years ago.
Mhm.
Can you share with us what your daily routine is for your skin?
Okay. So first of all, I'm using this product. This is the
Ah,
facial mist. Yeah, it is called Dalba.
yeah.
Yeah, and then as you can see, this is the double dual layer of the oil, and this part is an ampoule. And if you
Mhm.
shake this, yeah, there will be mix, and then you can just yeah
Yeah.
spray the mist to your skin. So as I mentioned before, just after taking a shower, we I try to within 3 seconds to yeah to apply this mist to my skin
Yeah.
to prevent dryness. So after that, I use depending on my skin condition, I try to use a diverse array of the ampoules or we call
Yeah.
serums. So like if I feel like oh my skin looks a little bit dull, I try to use the vitamin C serum in the evening. Actually, the vitamin C serum it is not recommended to use it in the morning because even if you don't apply the sunscreen after using a vitamin C serum, actually, ironically, it can create more darker spots on your skin.
Mm.
So it is highly recommended to use in the evening. And
Good to
then
know.
if I have a yeah, if I have like a irritated skin problem, I try to use soothing serum uh, infused with like a Centella asiatica. I don't know if you are familiar with this ingredient,
I've
but
heard
it
the
is
word before. Yeah.
yeah, it's quite famous Korean herb. Yeah, aimed at soothing the skin.
Okay.
So I try to use that. So after the ampoule step or serum step, I try to I use this eye balm. Yeah, this is like a balm type eye stick. Yeah, so to try to prevent eye wrinkles and the smile lines as well.
Yeah.
After that, I use this PGO gel the cream. I love this one. So actually, this is from my company.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, even though it's very hydrating, it doesn't leave any greasiness on my skin. I hate that.
Hmm.
So and then it creates the skin barrier as well. So I highly use that. I frequently use this.
Hmm.
And then so I have a I really hate to have a black hairs on my nose.
Hmm.
Like so once a week I use a nose pack, this kind of thing. So, so actually, I know there are some nose packs in the U.S., but the the mechanism is like stripping away of
Yeah.
the like dirt or something, but
Yeah.
it can irritate our skin. It can irritate our nose, but this one is like soaking. I can say like soaking the pores,
Yeah.
something
Oh,
like
okay.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and actually it doesn't irritate the skin that much, and it after it soaks the pores, the naturally the dirt and then the black hairs will come out naturally, and I
Hmm.
can just yeah I can just remove it with the cotton pad or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so this
that
was my
is.
skincare
Ah,
routine. Yeah,
yeah. And then, of course, your sunblock.
sunblock. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, this
Can't
one.
forget your sunblock. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Very nice. Well, if anyone was listening, now is a good time to jump on YouTube if you want to go and see what products Juho was sharing with us, and in his routine. Okay, so that's pretty cool. I'll have to find you someday, and you'll have to like show me everything to buy, and then I'll have to try like a new routine and see. Um,
Yeah, excited too. Yeah.
yeah. Okay, so I know that you are brand manager right before business school. You were a brand manager, and I believe you're going back into that industry, into the Korean beauty industry, right? So do you have any favorite brands? I don't know if I could ask you this since you will be working for one of the brands, but if you are able to share, I know
Mhm.
you told us some products and stuff before. What maybe are your favorite brands? Is it the ones that you showed us today or told us about today? Are there other ones that you really, really like?
Mm, I could say those products are my favorite, which I introduced before. Like
Okay.
this is not from my company, and this is not from my company.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I use them
Yeah.
every day, so I
Yeah.
love them. So
Okay.
this one is called Dalba,
Dalbon.
and yeah, you can easily purchase it on Amazon as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love this one as well. So actually, it
What is
actually
the name of that one?
this one is called Kahi. Kahi,
Okay.
Kahi.
K
Actually,
A H I.
yeah. So this was the eye wrinkle stick
Mm-hmm.
to prevent the wrinkles, and
Yeah.
actually was designed for the like old generation between 50 to 60s.
Yeah.
But nowadays, younger generations are very concerned about wrinkles as well. So
Yeah.
like yeah, like 30. Yeah, I'm in the middle of 30, so it is always better to prevent wrinkles in an
Yeah.
early age.
Start
So
young.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Juho, thank you so much for sharing all of this with us today. I know that I had been thinking about the Korean beauty space for a while, and wanting to know more about it before I ventured into trying a product. Um, is there anything that we did not talk about that you want to share before we leave?
Yeah, I want to introduce Korean herb, which is very famous ingredient for Korean product. So, for your information,
Mm-hmm.
so it is called Centella asiatica. So, historically used in medicinal ointment, is surrounded by legends such as one where uh, wounded tigers lured in these herbs to heal their wounds. This was a kind of interesting story.
Yeah.
So, reflecting this heritage, about a decade ago, Korean cosmetic brands began releasing products specifically designed to soothe irritated skin and acne-prone skin, incorporating these time-honored ingredients. So, I highly recommend to use the serum with this ingredient.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. I will go look for it because there are some days when yeah, I'm just like, I need a little help, a little a little something there. Well, thank you again, Juho. This was great. I cannot wait to try some Korean beauty products. I really want to thank you for taking the time to share with me today.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Yeah, I loved our conversation today. Thank you
All
for
right.
inviting me to your podcast.
Of course, no problem at all. Bye.
Bye.